Hi again, it's Miss Groves. So we are on week one, sixth grade, on day one. So we're going to be reading and answering the questions for Meet a Scientist Who Studies the Human Microbiome. All right. So we're going to scroll down. All right. So this is the article that I'm reading. I'm going to be meeting the scientist, and something that I like to do is go to the end to figure out what questions am I responsible for answering. So I need to figure out. So this is asking me, what does Dr. Susan Lynch study? Okay, so I need to look for what she's studying. And then why is it important to study combinations? Wow, they put that word in bold. Combinations must be really important of microorganisms. Okay, I know that micro means tiny and organisms are living things. So we're studying the combination of tiny living things, and I need to explain why it's important. What was Dr. Lynch's path to becoming a microbiologist? A biologist is someone who studies living things, and the word micro means tiny. Are you interested in being a microbiologist? Why or why not? Why did Dr. Lynch say that the scientists are like their own little microbiome? I wonder what that means. This is in quotations, so I'm going to look for this section in the text. All right. I'm going to go through and read the text. You can feel free to pause at any time, go back and replay if you missed something, and if you want to answer the questions, you can go ahead and write those down as well. I'm going to be moving oh, no, there. We'll leave it there. Okay, so let's go. Meet a scientist who studies the human microbiome. Dr. Susan Lynch is a scientist who studies ecosystems, not in the jungle or at the bottom of the ocean, but somewhere much, much closer, in the human body. Research shows that the body isn't just made of human cells. In fact, for every human cell in your body, there may be as many as 10 cells belonging to bacteria and other microorganisms. Lynch studies those microorganisms, how they live together in the body, and how their interactions might cause people to get sick. The word interactions means how they work with each other or how they get along. Some illnesses and medical conditions like asthma, allergies, and some digestive problems happen when the tissue of the body swell or become inflamed. Inflammation is one of the body's ways of fighting off something that might be harmful, but it can also be dangerous. Inflammation is when your skin or a part of your body starts to swell and puff up, and it takes up a lot of space, more than it normally does. For example, during an asthma attack, the tissues of the airways swell up so much that the air can't get through. The symptoms of allergies are also caused by inflammation. Swelling inside the nose, around the eyes, and in the skin and in the airways. According to Lynch's research, some inflammation responses may be caused by the way many types of bacteria and fungi interact with the body, instead of by a single microorganism. That sounds like she's looking at many types of bacteria and not just one type of bacteria. I wonder if that has to do with the combination. Lynch says that microorganisms don't live on their own. They live in communities much like humans. They interact with one another and they interact with their environment. I know that my environment is what's around me, but for microorganisms, I think that their environment is the human body that they're in or on. Okay. Certain combinations of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms in the human microbiome can cause health problems, but other combinations may be able to keep people healthy. By identifying these combinations, by identifying which combinations make people sick, scientists might be able to tell what changes the microbiome could what changes to the microbiome could treat those illnesses to prevent them from happening at all. Someday, Lynch believes that doctors will be able to tell patients exactly what combination of microorganisms they need in their systems to stay healthy. How interesting! The combination of bacteria and microorganisms in our body is what keeps us healthy. Growing up in a small town in Ireland, Lynch went to a tiny school. She always enjoyed science, and her high school biology teacher encouraged her to study microbiology in college. Lynch trained as a microbiologist, studying individual organisms and how they might cause illness. In 2005, wow, that's 15 years ago, she attended a talk in South America on the ways in which more than one microorganism can affect the body at the same time. And she decided to begin studying the whole human microbiome instead. As soon as I knew about it, it just fascinated me. The idea of these organisms that are incredibly powerful, and you can't see them, and they're everywhere, said Lynch. And they dictate, in my book, pretty much everything that goes on in the planet. Today, at the University of California, San Francisco, Lynch works with many different types of scientists to study the human microbiome and how it affects the body as a system. I remember learning about body systems, and this picture over here seems to show a few parts of one body system. It has the mouth, the throat, the stomach, small intestine, large intestine. I would predict that this is the digestive system. All right, I left off here. Okay. So there are many types of scientists to study the human microbiome and how it affects the body as a system, which requires building bridges between different areas of science. Wow, so it's not just one type of science that's telling us, it's a combination of types of science that work together to explain. To study the interactions between microorganisms and the body as a whole, scientists have to think and learn about topics outside of their usual areas of study. In that way, we're kind of like our own little microbiome, she says. Everybody brings different knowledge and different skills to the table. Sounds like the combination of them is helpful. Okay. The study of the human microbiome is still in its early stages. Scientists are trying to figure out and describe the basics of how the microbiome works. Someday, scientists hope to understand exactly what happens during each interaction and that they could open up whole new fields of study. Studying the human microbiome has its challenges, but Lynch says she loves learning new things, and she loves encouraging young people to find something they love too. Go after something that you really enjoy, something that isn't a chore, she says. I've ended up where I am because I've always gone after things that interest me. I eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff, and I love it. All right, that's what we have for the article. I'm going to go back to look at this picture. It looks like this is an image used with a microscope. Oh, yeah, this photo was taken with a microscope. Shows the wall of a gut infected with ulcerative colitis, a digestive problem that may be caused by the interaction or combination between microorganisms. Lynch's work may someday help heal people with this condition. Said that colors were added to make this photo easier to see. The actual microscope takes a black and white image, which is a little harder to understand the texture and the separation of different materials. Okay, my picture up here. Many of the microbiome Susan Lynch studies are found in the human digestive system. Oh, so she's looking at these parts in here. Okay, so I'm going to go back down to these questions and give you an opportunity to pause on them. If you don't have your packet, that is totally fine. Just write down the title of our article, Meet a Scientist Who Studies the Human Microbiome, and just number 1, 2, and pause to write these down, and then pause to write these down. You'll also number 3 and 4, and that completes our assignment for Monday. Tomorrow we will be doing a CER. Please tune back for another video. Bye!